Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm doing Fortinbras, a character in Hamlet by William Shakespeare. We can call him a second prince, definitely. Someone who's decisive, but also very much aggressive. Now there's history between Fortinbras' family and Hamlet's family. Before the beginning of the play, we are told about some certain things that happened between those two families. About 30 years ago, Hamlet's father killed Fortinbras' father in single combat, okay? So this is very important. This is how it all starts. 30 years ago, 30 years before like the time of the play itself. As a result, certain lands passed from Fortinbras' family to Hamlet's family, because this is like how things work. When you kill a king, you take over his land and property. So some of Denmark is actually part of Fortinbras' area as well. There is also a sense that Fortinbras' family have a claim to the throne of Denmark itself, alright? We see this, and how do we know? We see this when Hamlet nominates Fortinbras as his successor. So this is very important, because at the end of the play, Hamlet nominates Fortinbras as his successor to become king of... Why would he do that? Why would you do that? Unless there is something before that there's a that Fortinbras' family have a claim to the throne itself in Denmark. All right, so keep this in mind. It's very important. It's an assumption, but it's a very strong one because we have evidence, right? So we can use such idea. It is also evident when Fortinbras declares he has a right to the Danish kingdom. At the beginning, he actually says that, and even I think at the end he says that in Act 5, Scene 2, he says that he has the right to the Danish kingdom itself. There are several important similarities between Hamlet and Fortinbras. Now they're both princes, like one is a prince of Denmark, one is prince of Norway. They both live in kingdoms ruled by their uncles, right? This is very important. Both are out there to revenge the death of their own fathers, so there's a lot of similarities going on. In many respects, Fortinbras to Hamlet's... Fortinbras is Hamlet's mirror image, like in just a different country. The same, however, they're opposite. A more detailed discussion of the contrast between them, you can find a lot of resources online that talk to you about Fortinbras, the difference between Hamlet and Fortinbras, because I'm not doing that today. I'm discussing Fortinbras in general, as who is he as a character, what he does, and how his role impacts other characters in the play. Throughout the play, he's shown to be very decisive and as well as aggressive. He comes across as an aggressive person as well as decisive because he assembles, I would say, a ragtag army with which to invade Denmark and to avenge the death of his father. Remember, this happened 30 years ago, right? He acts alone, without the support of the Norwegian king, which kind of, isn't really a good thing to do. He's prevented from invading Denmark, and he also takes an invasion force to Poland, because now he wants to take over, right? He's a prince, he wants to take over the world, and he invades Poland instead. Remember, at the beginning he requested he passes through Denmark. Now, in the final scene, which is very important, by the way, Fortinbras isn't really shown that much in the play, so I would highly unlikely... I don't think that it will come up as a single text 60-point question about strictly about Fortinbras, but it could definitely come up as a 10-point in ordinary level or something like that. I mean, if they change the structure and higher, give you 2 30 points, then yes, I think that he can come up as a 30-point, but 60 Fortinbras for himself, I think we don't have enough material, but you never know, guys. You might always get Fortinbras as a single text question. Now, he, at the final scene, acts decisively and aggressively once more, being quick to assert his family's right to the Danish kingdom. And he says this: I have some rights of memory in this kingdom. He is quick to take advantage of the fact that the Danish royal family are all dead. Remember, they all died at the end, leaving the throne his for the taking. He asserts himself immediately, issuing instructions to the Danish courtiers, and he claims that it is with sorrow he embraces the kingship of Denmark. However, we don't really know if this is true or not, because if you're really sorrowful about someone's death or someone's death, then you wouldn't really be rushing into kingship and kingdom that way, would you? He is also described as a warlike young man in Act 1, Scene 1. And it says like he is of unimproved metal hot and full. And this is evident in the way he plans to regain the lands lost by his father in that long ago duel 30 years ago between Hamlet's father and his father. And he says, but to recover of us by strong hand and terms compulsory, those forced lands so by his father lost. His warlike nature is also evident in his invasion of Poland. Fortinbras has no qualms about marching his army off to Poland to fight for a meaningless piece of ground. Because obviously it's like a little patch of ground that hath in it no profit. That's exactly what he says, right? So what is Hamlet afraid of? He's horrified that thousands of men will die for a fantasy and trick of fame. And it seems that for Fortinbras, however, fame on the battleground is of paramount importance. And this is what I just said in evidence of that, the way he wants to just invade Poland and take over and stuff. There isn't much to talk about Fortinbras, but I would say that this is a really good grasp of who he is and as a character and how he impacts the play in terms of taking over Denmark, becoming the king, avenging his father, trying to, all that together is like 3 very important points about Fortinbras and can get you the points. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, please drop a comment down below or message me. Have a good day.